And how are you? This is Jazz. We are Wednesday today, which means it's our intuition day. So I am going to give you just a quick exercise that you can practice at home and around town, especially with the kids. Those of you with kids and grandkids, you're going to love this one, and it's going to help you develop your intuition. So a few things for you to know. Um, so let's go straight to the exercise, and then I'll let you know what to look for when you do practice this exercise. Okay, so one of the first things that you need to know is that it's important to master your intuition. You are in charge of your intuition. Your intuition is your tool for really tapping into your higher self. So don't be afraid of your intuition. Right? Your intuition is like that power tool. It's like that drill. So you wouldn't be afraid of the drill just sitting on the countertop, right? You wouldn't be afraid of opening up to like dark black holes in your wall just because there's a drill or a hammer sitting on your countertop, right? It won't do anything until you wield it. So you need to remember that you are in charge of the tool. The tool is not in charge of you. So you need to be masterful at your intuition. What happens when you're masterful in your intuition? You feel more inner peace. You feel more groundedness, you feel more clarity, and it's easier for you to take calculated risk because you can really feel and see and intuit yourself into the next right step. You don't need to know the whole picture. The brain is going to want to know the end result, but your soul just needs to know the next right step and the next right step and the next right step, and that's what your intuition is going to help you do. So there are five, well, really six extra senses, right? And they're all linked to your sensory, to your physical senses. We covered that in a video already. So if you need to go back to unit 6 and look for that video, go right ahead and do that. So we're talking about clairvoyance, which is linked to your ability to see. And this is the exercise to play with your kids or with a partner, with a friend. And the exercise is simply guess how many fingers I have. You remember that game from when we were kids? Intuition loves games, loves to play, loves to laugh, loves joy. And playing helps you master your intuition as well because you're not afraid of it. So that is just simply the exercises. Guess how many fingers I have. So I'm going to put my right hand behind my back, and I have fingers behind my back. So guess how many fingers I have. Give you a moment. You can write that down in the comments right now. How many fingers do you think I have? And the answer is 3. So did you get that? Let me know in the comments whether you had the 3 right or not. And it's okay if you got it wrong. There's no shame. We're just practicing our intuition. But here are the things that I want you to look to be conscious of when you play this game. It's very easy for us, especially with the very big, bright, intelligent brain, that we're not using our intuition, but we're using our brain and our logic. So instead of feeling into or trying to see how many fingers are there, you try to strategize it. Like, well, last time she showed me 3 fingers, so this time it's probably going to be 2. And then you make it up in like a story in your head. You're not in your intuition, you're in your brain. Okay, so be aware of that. The other thing for you to be very much aware of is, are you in that imagination? And imagination is going to feel like hope, like, oh, I hope it's 2 fingers this time. I hope it's going to be 4. I hope it's going to be right. So then again, you're more in your emotions or your imagination. You're not in your intuition. Okay, so it's not easy to explain what it is, but it's something that you need to master through experience. So experience it, feel it in your body. What does it feel like when you're in your head and trying to guess how many fingers there are? What does it feel when you're in that kind of emotional hope that, oh, I hope it's this number this time? And what does it feel like when you see it's going to be 3 or it's going to be this number, right? So feel that in your body. The more you practice, the more you're going to be clear, the more you're going to be confident, and the quicker it's going to come to you. And it's normal if you're just starting. That is going to take a week, 2 weeks, a month for you to get a lot of clarity. You need to practice at least 100 times. Honestly, at least 100 times before you really start getting into it. It's not so much of an instant thing if you've never practiced your intuition before. Okay, so write that in the comment. How are you feeling doing this exercise? Where are you on the fear scale? And let me know how much fun you have. So here's, I'm going to share with you a different way to do this. So of course, there's going to be one person who's going to hide the fingers behind the back, and that's one way to play. The other way to play, I did this with my son when he was young. It was just so much fun, and he's so intuitive. So pretend that this is the other person's head. Okay, then my thumb is going to be the nose, right? So you put fingers behind the third eye. What? Why can't I see that? So we're going to put fingers behind the third eye. So just like behind the head here, and then the person has to guess how many fingers it is. So the person has to guess how many fingers are up behind their own head. So that's a variant of this. So have fun with that. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how many intuitive hits you have. I also encourage you to keep notes in your journal of your progress, because it might be subtle. Like one day you might have, let's say 3 out of 10 right, and the other day you might have like 6 out of 10 right, and then the other day you might have 2 out of 10 right. So when you journal your practice, and you also journal who were you practicing with, what were the circumstances, were you well rested, were you well fed, were you well grounded, and you get to know like everything else that surrounds your skills, then you're going to be able to recreate the right environment for you to become even more intuitive. So you'll know the difference when you're at your best and when you're in your head, when you're in your imagination, and when you're really tapping into your intuition. If you have any questions, put that in the comments. Can't wait to read you. Let me know. Give me some hearts if you love these exercises, if you want more of them. The next one is planned for next Wednesday, and we'll go through all of the senses, one each week, so that you can really have fun developing the intuition. Sounds good? And of course, if you want to have more practice developing your intuition, I have a wonderful 6-month program that's available for you, where we go into details into what is your key intuitive skill, because we're not all wired to be intuitive the same way. And we're going to really work on growing your strength in your intuition and practice it in so many different ways so that you feel clear, confident in your intuition, reducing your stress, reducing your anxiety, so that you can take really good new decisions in your life and in your business based on your intuition. So if you're interested in working with me in the 6-month program, send me a message and we'll take the next step from there. Until next time, next live is on Monday for the Q&A. So if you have any questions, do post your questions. I am here for you. Big hugs, big love from my heart to yours. Till then, bye.